Hi, everybody. I'm Deacon Dave, and welcome to day 13 of Silence in a Year. Can you believe we've made it to day 13 already?
Wow.
Alicia is still hanging in there with me. Amazingly, I'm not easy to work with. But today's topic is God is the friend of silence. And we're not going to use my word because neither one of us knew what it meant. We had to look it up. So we're going to use your word, Alicia. What is it?
Friendship.
Beautiful.
So defining friendship is the emotions or conduct between two people in relationship, right? I would ask what would you do for a friend? And John 15 says that there is no greater love than this, that a person would lay down his life for the sake of his friends. Well, that's what Jesus did, right?
Yes, he did. And you just called to mind something that my wife, Debbie, her dad, who's passed away now, would say. He said that, you have very few friends in life. Mm-hmm. He said your spouse is first and best friend that you have, and that we have very few people, right, that are willing to love us the way Jesus loved us, to will the good of the other person.
Right. And to love somebody, you get to know them by being in their presence. And so being present with God is how you learn, you get to know him, and your love grows with him. And I think that's very important to be able to understand where that other person is coming from and getting to know them better, because that's how you love.
You just made something jump in my head. I think that's a big part of the problem with the world today is that we judge people on the surface, right, without ever entering into any sort of understanding of who they are, what their background is, what their experiences are that make up who that person is. And I think when we don't judge the book by its cover and we actually get to know the person, we're like, okay, wow, there was a lot more there than what I really realized.
Right. And imagine what you wouldn't do for your friend. In today's gospel, the group of friends brought to Jesus a paralytic. Like, they made a hole in the ceiling of that house, and they lowered him down so he could be healed by Jesus. Imagine having friends like that.
Yes, and I believe I have a few friends like that would do the extra mile for me. And I think like with some of the friends that I have that I'm really close with, right, I can see in their silence when they're hurting or struggling with something. And so we actually become the person of Jesus to those people that we really love, right? Because we're truly willing their good. We are becoming the Word with a capital W that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, where we allow the presence of Jesus to work through us to really help that other person in a real and substantial way, just like they helped the paralytic.
Right. So they had a lot of courage, right, to bring him down. But I would even go as far as to say that they even felt part of that, lack of use of his legs, right? Like, they felt that pain that man felt, because when you're really close to somebody, when they hurt, you hurt. When they're joyful, you're joyful, because you share in that love. There's a connection between the two of you.
I think you make a really good point there. And the word that comes to mind is compassion, which means to suffer with, right? Com is with. Passion, passio, the Latin word passio is to suffer. So compassion is to suffer with. And so that is really being in relationship with someone when you feel their pain to the point that it moves you out of love, right? To do everything you can for them.
Right,
That was pretty deep, Alicia. Settle down.
Okay.
That was good. So I have one other point, unless you had one.
No, go ahead.
So I think when we talk about silence, right, there are many people that they have something going on and they're very quiet, or you can just sense from their facial expressions that something's not right. And how often in that silence that a friend or a person we know is having, and we just walk on by, right? I will actually sit in Mass and I will look at all the people out in the congregation. And if I see someone who looks despondent or, distracted or just whatever it may be, something's not right, I'll actually seek that person out and just go, hey, how are you doing? And it's amazing how they'll go, well, how did you know? I could see it on your face. So, right, when we are that attentive to people, we pick up on their silence, then we become that vessel by which God can bring healing in their life, which is pretty
Yes.
amazing. Any other thoughts?
No,
Can I tell them my word?
absolutely.
It was garrulous, Garrulous, but I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to look it up yourself. Actually, I do because Alicia looked it up. So listen in a prayer. I come, O Lord, unto your sanctuary to see the life and food of my soul. As I hope in you, O Lord, inspire me with that confidence which brings me to your holy mountain. Permit me, divine Jesus, to come closer to you, that my whole soul may do homage to the greatness of your majesty, that my heart, with its tenderest affections, may acknowledge your infinite love, that my memory may dwell on the admirable mysteries here renewed every day, and that the sacrifice of my whole being may accompany you. All right, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow for day 14. Bye.
Bye.